Welcome
Welcome
to Shade
to
and the City.
Shadeinthecity.
I am your girl Treese,
It's Nels.
and today we are here to do. Sorry, it's our tardy recap of the life that happens after the lockup, season 5, episode 49, and as y'all saw down to the
On
Instagram.
High Risk Live.
High risk lives. But yeah, as y'all saw down to the Instagram, if you aren't following us, you should. Yeah, we had a little impromptu Sunday fun day with our girl Really B.
First of all, I want to know how you didn't post the crab legs. And I sent you, look, I sent
I
you
know
my
you did send me the picture, and for some reason it did download. I couldn't find it. Like I downloaded it 5 times, so it's somewhere in my phone. It's got like 5 copies, but I got tired of trying to find it, so I said I'm done. But
look, and
anyway,
then you look, I was like, she put missing the crab
the
legs. I was
crab
like,
legs.
I know I sent it.
No, you sent it. So anyway, y'all, we appreciate you being here with us. If you haven't already, Shade Squad and our new viewers, y'all go ahead and hit that like button for us.
And that subscribe button.
Y'all,
Because you helping us grow.
Yes, you are. And we appreciate it. We love it. And like I said, again, I ain't trying to breach, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to do too much, but if y'all want to help us get to 2K before the end of the year, that'd be a nice, happy 2025, because Lord knows what we're gonna go through after January 20th. But anyway, so yeah, y'all, let's get into this recap review of the foolishness that is this show, and let's get shady. All right. So first up, we have Z and Troy. I forgot. I can't remember. One of our subscribers called her something else, and I can't remember it right now. It's not coming to me, but it was cute. It was funny. But anyway, so yeah, so we see Troy walking off from the girl Zeruiah, whatever. And he's walking off and from the church because he's upset that he allowed his daughter and his mama to be left at the train station. Yes, I said allowed. So Z chases after him and tells him she was upset because he was texting other women. And, Troy denies this. And so she's apologizing and, ask him to forgive her. And she reminds him that the burgers are cooking and they need to serve the community. So, although Troy feels like he looks like a butthole in a deadbeat dad, and he's also concerned about having to reach out to Yonia because he knows that he don't want no drama. All right. And so then they plan to meet up with her to discuss this co-parenting situation. Z says that the community day was successful and that now she can apply for the grants that they need to support Project Heal. Troy knows, how he left his daughter, Mama Karen, waiting was wrong, basically. And says that, Z takes full responsibility for him not picking him up. And she lies and tells Troy that she has no issue with Yana and wants him to have a peaceful co-parenting relationship. So then Yana rolls up. They meet in the park. And when I tell you,
was the fact that she said she's going to make sure that they have a peaceful conversation so that they can have a peaceful co-parenting relationship. Girl, you are the drama.
right. So what it was for me is when they Yana rolled up like she was ready to throw hands.
He was ready to throw in. What it was for me was okay. The fact that Miss Nestle Crunch over here,
Not
always got smoke for Troy, but when Yana rolled through, she's quiet little.
Yeah, she was.
Yes, she has no smoke for Yana. But let me say something. Yana was ready for it.
And so Troy's like, well, where's baby Troy at? And she's like, she ain't there. And and it said until you give your daughter a proper apology, you ain't gonna be seeing her. So he's like, well, how am I supposed to do that if you didn't bring her? And I hate to say it, I was with Yana on this one. Like, I'm not gonna put my baby in a situation to keep allowing her to get hurt by you.
And you could have reached out. You could have called. You could have
right. And so basically, and then she sees Zeruiah sitting there and she's like, and honestly, I had a child with you and not this girl over here.
I ain't trying to have this conversation in front of this stranger.
Right. And basically said that, until that we can get some stability and figure out how we gonna do this, I'm not interested in a third party being here, listening in. If we need mediation, it needs to be from a court and not this, okay? And so basically he walks off going towards her car to look for baby Troy to see if she's in there. And she's like, "Don't you go to my car." She said, "Look, don't you go." And when I tell you, I don't know they laws up there, but I warned you more than once. Don't go to my car now. If it's some man in there and he ain't happy to see you and you get your ass whooped, I told you don't go to my car. And then she's like, "Well, this is when you need to be a wife. You need to go get your husband." And she's like, "No, he's a grown man. Remember, you didn't want me involved. So I'ma just sit right here and be quiet and sit here because I ain't really got no other point for being here but to be nosy."
I love when Yana was like, you know what, you dumb as hell. She was like, you young minded as hell, you dumb as hell. I said, see, them there's fighting words. Where all that
Right.
smoke go? Where all that smoke go?
There was none. It was smokeless. It was like the Snoop fire pit. It was smokeless. All right. Kimberly and Joey, I was so happy you got these fools.
Kim is an idiot.
Oh, she's absolutely an idiot.
She's an
Remember,
idiot.
she said, "I'ma leave. I'm not gonna stay if he is on this stuff." And how do you think I'll wait till you get to it.
So she said she was tossing and turning the night before. She ain't even talked to this man. Okay. She said she doesn't know why he's so sure that the test wasn't right. Girl, he ain't sure. He just lying. Duh. Then he woke up in the morning lying, talking about the drug test was faulty. It happens all the time. She told him he acts like, he's on drugs and she don't trust him. So he said, you know what? I went out and I bought a new one. But hello, dummy. He's prepared for this one, you big dumb. He
He
done took
looked like he looked
so
like he was on drugs.
he did. He definitely did. But guess he took something so that it'll come back clean.
Oh, is that okay?
Stupid.
So that's what you think happened.
Yes. Stupid.
I think it
Oh, you
just
think he used
depending.
fake piss?
No,
Oh
I
no, she
think
said she washed and pee.
yeah, no. I think that this is just my thinking. I know that certain substances only stay in your system for a certain amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think depending on when he did the cocoa, if I'm not mistaken, they say, I don't know from personal experience, so don't y'all
Yeah,
get
they
up
said
in these
he said
comments.
3 days.
It's only like 3 days. So if he was on the second day and he tested positive, he could have easily came back the next day and passed, in my opinion. Maybe
I
I'm
don't
wrong.
so
Look, for those who have experience, y'all can drop down in the comments because I don't know.
I feel like, and this is just me, this is why I hear what you're saying,
Hmm.
but most addicts, they don't give it that space in
I
between.
hear you. No, it's hard to believe that. That's why I'm asking. What do
So
you think happened?
this is why I didn't think that. They don't
Okay.
give it that space in between for it to be a 3-day break where, oh, I took it 3 days ago. Now I ain't take no more. 3 days later, now it's not popping up in my system. And like you
Okay.
said, he looked like he was on it at the time.
He actually, when she was sitting there talking to him, I said the fact that he couldn't even hold his eyes open,
It's not
he
giving
looked
he
high.
was it's not giving he was on a break. I
Right.
just and
Oh no,
honestly,
I'm sorry. That was the Delta.
and honestly, and you don't I can't deal with you. I can't. Honestly,
Oh,
I don't think that he would have been so gung ho to take a test, even if he thought like, okay, this could be my third day. This is my last day. This out my system. I don't think that he would have been super positive that it would have came back, with no drugs in his system.
well,
I
like he said, he wouldn't have done it if he knew he wasn't gonna pass it. So
exactly. I think he took something, knowing that it was going to come back that it was going to come back clean. But yes, like Tree said, he passed this one. Okay, she got questions, and like his gaslighting ass said, basically he wouldn't have took one if he wasn't gonna pass it. So basically, trying to tell her, oh,
so
last night,
maybe that's the money that he withdrew the money. to go to the urgent care
On top of
and the
buying some more.
prescription that, yeah.
On top of buying some more. I don't know. Maybe stuff out in North Carolina is cheap, child, because with $100. Because I think one of them things to even clean out your system at least $50, $60, ain't it?
I imagine.
Um, so then he told her that, you need to trust me so I can tell you the truth. I love when she said, no, it don't work that way.
Like that, right?
You gotta tell me the truth so I can trust you. Other, okay. Then, Lord have mercy, here we go. End of the episode. Apparently his PO didn't believe that the test was faulty. Okay, because she had to drop his ass off at a 90-day program. The man's urine came back dirty 3 times for THC, which is apparently it was the synthetic THC.
The Delta.
Now I want to know if she got this directly from the PO or if this is something that he told her.
I think this is something that he told her.
Okay, because he's going to the smoke shop and
because maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong again. I think that, and y'all correct me in the comments for those that know, but last time I checked, THC is THC. When I go to the vape shop, all they can sell is CBD because that's all they got. Now, when you go to a dispensary, that's a different thing, but that's THC. Do you understand?
Oh, no, it's the synthetic one. I think you can buy that like from a gas station or something. Remember, that was the stuff that wasn't that the stuff that people was like biting people's. I mean, I think when it first came out, I don't know what they changed to it, but I think when they first came out, I think that was the stuff that was making people bite people's face off.
Well, y'all don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. But so on the bright side, a week later, she moved into her new home. Now, basically she said she's tired of being a breadwinner, and paying for everything.
Oh, you mean your daddy paying for everything?
Pretty much. But I mean, child, what do you expect? I mean, she said she's still doing the same thing as she was before. You're with a child.
Right.
You literally have 3 children. What do you expect him? So Tatum came over to visit. Of course, she wanted to know where the hell Joey is. And found out he's in rehab. Try to make me go to rehab. He said no.
No, he said yes, and that's why she couldn't love him any less.
Because he didn't want to go to jail.
I'm just telling you what telling you what she said.
Look, Tatum was like, no, he still didn't have a choice, boo. Basically, Tatum said she knew this was gonna happen. And she feels like homegirl need to wake up and kick his ass to the curb. Then she told her, Kim told her, well, no, because now the kids started calling him daddy. And she's lying to the kids about where this man is, talking about he at work. And where the money at then? So now, of course, this means that she can't leave him. Then she tells Tatum that the DNA test came back. This was weeks ago. Came back weeks ago, okay? But she hasn't looked at it because she don't want to do it without Joey.
Lies.
This man run the streets without you, go places and don't tell you where the hell he going, and you don't want to find out. You know what? I can't.
No, she just don't want to do it because she don't want to think about having to pay that money back to her ex-husband.
I can know for my own peace of mind and trash that.
You stupid. But you can't think that after he watched the show, he not gonna now want a DNA test.
Guess what? Listen, there is life off camera. And when I tell you I would have opened that mess off camera, it ain't never come.
Well.
So yeah, so
look, I would have said Joey went and got high and lost it in the mail, and I don't know what happened. It didn't make it.
So Tatum opened it. But of course we don't know the results. Maybe we'll find out next week because
that should be the end of I was gonna say that should be the end of the season. Do you think it's gonna end up the little boy gonna end up being his baby?
No.
I don't think so either. And look, and if it is, I don't think she's gonna let us find out. So
I wouldn't say it on TV.
Not me either. I ain't going to look. I would pull Karen Hugo real quick. This is a legal matter, and I am not going to talk about this. I am not gonna talk about this on camera.
Uh-huh.
So let's get into these real quick. You already know I don't see it for her. So, and this just made me not see it for her even more because she listened to her dumbass friends. So Melissa and Louie, she leaves from trying on the dresses and she lets the co-worker friend of me, because that ain't your friend. Fran convinced her that she needs to go get her ring appraised. Melissa said that it bothers her not knowing. So they should go, right? So they go, and her, the friend of me is prying and asks how much it's worth, and she's more interested than Melissa. That should have told her something. They learned it's about 20K, and Melissa's surprised that Louis spent that much. And it's curious where he could have gotten the money from. And so then Fran, the butthole, is putting all these ideas in Melissa's head. And Melissa thinks that Fran could be jealous because she doesn't have her own relationship. That's why I'm looking at her like, why are you listening to her? I just don't. I don't know.
My issue was that it went from one thing to another. First, it might be fake. When you found out it was real, where you get the money from? Now that you know, now the jeweler's talking about the damn stamp on it. Now it had to be from.
And my whole thing is, and all of this is none of your business. And Melissa, you stupid for putting her in it. That's just my thoughts. So then, so the guy comes out, lets him know that, oh, there's no markings, and it should say like it's 14 karat gold, and that kind of makes it illegal. What?
To his point, I have never. I actually look for that. So, and I
ain't even gonna hold you. I look for it too.
So I was a little bit confused. I don't know what the hell that means, but you know what I thought possibly could have been?
What?
I wonder if, I mean, I hate to say, like, I wonder, did he get it sized? Is that a possibility? Or do they do it where in an area that you can't cut? I don't know, but it is weird that it doesn't have the marking on it.
It is. And, but, so, they keep asking where he couldn't have gotten the ring. Did it fall off a truck? And so he just moves on because he's like, again, I'm not your friend of me. That ain't my business. And so he lets right. He lets her know, look, it's worth 24K. Okay. So then Melissa runs home and she has her concerns after meeting with the appraiser, and she wants to confront Louie. So she confesses that she went and got the ring appraised. Obviously, Louie is a little taken aback and hurt because, like, damn, it's only been a couple days, and like, really, this is what we doing, and you want me to marry you for real?
I think he was hurt, but I think he was also kind of like, okay, and what did you
find out? And what did they say?
Because I know what I did.
Right. And so she lets him know that
to see these episodes, like, eat your words.
Right. So she lets him know that they praised the ring for 24K. And but she tells him about the etching being missing, and that's illegal. And Louie's like, ma'am, I've done jail time. I don't want to do it again. And he said, and I have a certificate and a receipt. So I didn't do nothing illegal. Okay.
Exactly.
I bought it from a reputable establishment. He ain't go down there to the what's that street in New York City?
Canal.
I was gonna say he ain't down on Canal Street. Not that I know anybody that goes there. And
I can't.
And so Louie feels like she don't trust him.
Yeah.
And I said, well, that's who you wanted, and y'all about to get married. So good luck with that. All right, now these fools. Go ahead.
Justine and Michael.
I don't feel no ways tired.
So Justine is now, she's at her 38-week pregnancy doctor's appointment. Apparently, because she's high risk, she has been going to crazy amount of appointments. She said she just went to 10 in a month. Now the baby is super small.
That's believable because you weren't healed.
A lot of people do that though.
Not 5 times.
What is it called? Irish twins? Irish twins? Is that what it's called?
No. Absolutely, people do it, but I'm sure it's not under the same circumstances where you on your like 5th child, and I don't think it's under the same circumstances.
Whatever.
And I don't think they doctor told them before they left the hospital, don't do this no more. I don't think they said that to them. I said it.
Anyways. So her baby's super small. He's only in the 7th percentile. And they're worried that her placenta is not working properly, which means the baby's not getting the nutrients that he needs and could possibly come out to be a stillborn. So they want to schedule her for delivery. The doctor let her know that there'll be NICU at delivery. And they just didn't want to get to 39 weeks. So literally she has to do it in just a couple of days. Of course, this news makes Justine emotional. And she says that she does plan on getting her tubes taken out after the baby. Michael told her, listen, with all of this, your mama need to be here. Okay. She said she hasn't spoken to her mom in 3 weeks since, she told her that she was pregnant, and she's hoping to get her mom's support with this because this could potentially be the last time she sees her. So she gives her mom a call and asks her to fly out that night because she's having an emergency. But being that she didn't tell her mom what the emergency was, her mom said, look, I'm gonna call you back when I get out this appointment. Okay. I ain't got the time to be
Right.
here. Now she's feeling disappointed at her mom's reaction, but she feels like really she shouldn't have expected anything else. She said her mom has always, now this is the part that got to me. She said her mom's always been hard on her since a child. Girl, hush. Shut up, Trace. She said when she was 17, she had Kylie. Kylie's dad wasn't allowed in delivery. Then when she had Santana, she refused to come to the hospital if the dad was there. And when she had Bentley, she wouldn't even give her a ride to the hospital. She had to walk. That was a lot.
Now, okay, with the Bentley situation, that's a bit much.
I think
But
they were all a lot.
no, I don't.
That's
I don't. Mama's tired of your bullshit.
So the doctor told her that, to take it easy. No lifting of your baby. This made her super emotional because now she's feeling like she can't be close to her baby. Michael gets all the love and attention and things, but regardless, she has a party to plan. And Michael was like, girl, I'm here. Like, and said that she has single mother syndrome. What, Trace? What?
This is what irritated me the most. This is when I was texting you when I was watching the scene, and I said, you got to deliver a whole child early. And you worry about this baby birthday party like you can't do this on another day when you get home and you bring your baby home safely. That's not what's more important.
She's gonna have a C-section, right?
You already not supposed to be doing the most. They said the C-section is like 2 or 3 days, so you gonna run home when you supposed to be pretty much on bed rest at this point. And against you clearly don't like listening to the doctor, is what you're saying. And then you're gonna go try to do a last minute impromptu birthday party for your 1-year-old because you don't want her to miss out, like she gonna know the damn difference at one. Get out my face.
And really, 1-year-old parties is really just cake and balloons.
We can't do that after we bring your brother home. He can be here to celebrate with you.
I think they can do that before, but really, it don't need to be like a party. You can literally just
and you can hear, oh, we gotta start planning. I don't want it to take away from her birthday. She's 1.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's the entitlement. It irritates me that somebody, oh, my mama, and she's so mean to me and she won't help me because you seem kind of very much entitled. You're kind of rude. And we all know that she helped you and Michael get that house. And then you got the nerve to, because she has 2 cents to add about you adding on more debt that it sounds like she's helping you with. Get out my face. All right, let's go on to Tennie and Rob. So Rob asked, the kids.
He was dead ass wrong for this.
He was. So Tennie and Rob, they, he's talking to the kids. Tennie's off at work as her first day as a paralegal legal assistant. I'm gonna just let that sit. So because one of these things are not like the other. But anyway, so he asked them their feelings about whether they think things can be repaired with his mom, and they like yeah maybe. So he's like, well, guess what? I told my mama to come by because apparently he been blowing up her phone. So as and Teeny's watching the camera while she at work, like she robbed. It was just y'all both have unhealthy
It was
just
giving Rob.
right. And so, but I guess she knows no other way of life since she's lived like that so long.
Mm-hmm.
So then Rob's mom pulls up and says she really doesn't want to be there, but Rob kept blowing up her phone. And so she comes in and hugs the kids and she immediately gives them apology, which I loved.
Oh, did she?
Mm-hmm. She hugged them and she said, I'm sorry. She said sorry to both of them. And then, Rob excused the kids. They go upstairs. And apparently the brother's in tow. The brother said, I ain't really seen Rob in a while. And honestly, I'm only here to make sure things don't go left with my mama again. Because if I got to get the scrapping, then that's what I do.
I was about to say.
So, and he blamed. So basically, his mom is like, well, why are you not involved with us? Like, I understand you have a family now, but like, what's up? And he's like, oh, well, trying to rebuild with this like new family, and I'm just getting out and I just need time. And so his mother says, look, if you don't want nothing to do with us, we can move on and move forward. Okay. And she makes it known, I'm only here to clear my name. Okay. And said that fight with Teenie was never supposed to happen. And so Rob is like, but how? Because you hit her. And so that sets mama off. All right. And she starts going off about Teenie putting her hands on her first and Rob taking up for her. And Teenie is watching from the office and she's upset that the kids are there for her. And the fact that this Rob has invited this woman to her home and didn't speak to her first about it, which is valid. And she has a right to feel that way. And yeah, basically, I'm gonna be honest, it'd be sad, but I don't think Rob's gonna have any type of relationship with mama as long as Teenie is involved.
I'm wondering, does Teenie not remember how it started? She don't remember putting her hands on her first because she was like,
right, she's in denial too. But of course, she wants to sit there and gas shit up and make it like, yeah, my man's taking up for me against his mama. And that's when I was looking at her sideways because I'm like, you do realize, and that's why I said I don't think they will ever, him and his mom will ever be good as long as them two are together. And if I was the mama, every chance I get, I would have made sure I turned around and looked at that camera and said, that's why I still like the ex-girlfriend better than you, bitch.
She probably would have if she knew the camera was there.
Right. Oh, yeah. That was Teenie and Rob. Now on to Nels' favorite. I ain't even gonna hold you. I actually like this because of Haley.
I liked Haley.
Yeah, I liked Haley.
Haley got some sense. All right, so
okay.
Daniel
somebody with some sense on the show that's not a child.
So of course, Bianca's out drinking again. Just this time, she's doing it with Haley. And Haley gets to see how
she did seem like she was a moderate though. With this one with Haley, maybe I missed something, but she seemed moderate. Like normally she be throwing down them cranberry and vodkas like it ain't nothing, but she seemed kind of like okay, like she was sipping with Haley. Maybe I'm tripping.
Moderate versus stopping is
almost
doesn't count, Bookie.
Oh yeah, almost doesn't count.
Exactly. Look, one of my favorite Brandy songs. So yeah, Haley is basically seeing how dumb her friend is, especially when this girl mentioned she's trying to get pregnant by Daniel. She's like, "Girl, you literally told me this man don't want to marry you, and you're like, okay, I'm good with being pregnant." Bianca's dumbass says, "Well, I think if I get pregnant, he would give me a ring."
That's how immature she is,
ma'am. Haley told her, girl, y'all already have a lot of issues. A baby's not going to do anything but make it worse. Okay. And then,
I heard in these YouTube streets, he's cheating on her.
I'm surprised they're still together. So
she got the money. As long as she got some money, he gonna be with her.
I guess he gonna mess up the money. That's still dumb. So basically she says that her friend is very young spirited and it's giving that she's saying
she's childish.
She's young and dumb. Okay. Mm-hmm. So When they get to the house, Haley asked, what drew them together. And he said, she was there for me in my darkest times. He admits that he relapsed in prison. And she says that's a concern for her because she dated someone who was an addict and it's a constant battle. He assures her that relapsing is not an option. And she feels like, her friend could do better, but feels like, it just has to be Daniel because they're all in. She got emotional and said that she wants this to work probably as much as Bianca does because she just wants her friend to be happy. So next morning, Haley gets up. She's getting ready for the airport. But before she takes off, she wants to have a conversation with Daniel while Bianca went to go get some breakfast. Daniel said that Bianca feels like, he kind of love bombed her. He feels like he possibly did looking back on it, but he didn't do it intentionally. Okay. He basically just, but it's giving, it was a little intentional. He said everything that, he said that he meant everything that he said when he was locked up. And it was real. And, he was alone for a long time. And, when he got out, just reality hit the both of them. And now he's seeing how they both operate, and he just don't feel like they're really ready for all of that. Now he says that he does regret saying some of the things that he did say, for instance, wanting to get married. Um, basically because he's not following through on what he said. Okay. But he said that, he does love her, but really has no idea when he plans to propose. Haley said Bianca will continue to invest in this relationship, even if she's not happy, because she thinks it'll get better. Daniel said,
and it's more, I think it's more of a pride thing. She just, especially because her family don't mess with her. I think she just, like Haley was saying, she just doesn't want to prove wrong. It has to work for her. Like there is no other option.
Yeah. Because you did all of this.
Right.
Daniel was like, so you think a ring will make it better? She said, it's not really about being about the ring. She said it's about, the white picket fence future. Okay. He said, I see the picture, but it's a little blurry. Haley basically told him that men know what they want. And if you don't want it, it's better to let her know and be honest sooner than later. Of course, Haley gave Bianca all the tea in the car on the way to the airport. And Daniel told production he doesn't know who would end it first. He guess it depends on if he stopped believing in their relationship or if she stopped being patient, waiting for the ring. Either way, he knows that either one of those will end the relationship.
So he needs to, but
What, in the relationship?
Mm-hmm.
He said he still believes. I still believe.
I knew you were saying that, and I was like, that is not it. He still believes she got some money.
You and me.
But yeah, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in to this recap of the life that happens after the lockup. If you haven't already, please make sure you go hit that like button.
Make sure you comment.
Make sure that you guys go subscribe.
And hit the notification bell.
And make sure you're following us on the BlueSky, the TikTok, the IG, and the Facebook. And yeah, y'all, we will catch you next week for what should be the finale of season 5, unless they just keep it going. But I don't know how long we're gonna be in season 5. But yeah, it really is, because when are we moving to 6? But I think, which, like you said, it depends on what network you watch it on, how they. So whatever. Maybe I need to stop watching it on WeTV. But anyway, y'all, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We'll catch you next week. Have a good night.
Good night.